So guys, this video you're gonna get it on Telegram. So we're gonna share this video tomorrow or maybe Tuesday due to the space and the database of it. Okay, nonetheless, guys, I want you guys to introduce you guys to the gap strategy. It's not the hardest strategy. This strategy, you're only gonna be using it on Monday. The more you use it, the more you're gonna understand it. It's possible for you to use it anytime you see the gap, but I will actually advise you to use it on Monday only because what I'm gonna say, it's actually like 99% accurate. So what you do once you come across the gap strategy. So when you come across gaps, in most cases, people they know that gaps have to be covered, but how are you gonna trade them? Because they don't just cover anywhere. You understand? It's not where anywhere you're gonna see the market covering the gap. So what is it that you're gonna do in order for you to kill the market? So it's simple. First thing first, I'll say gap strategy. Or let me say smart trade. Smart trade gap strategy. So this one, guys, it's my strategy, the strategy that I have discovered in the market. So during the process when I was still picking what type of strategy can I use, this was one of the best strategy. I also want to choose that, okay, this one I can go all in. You understand? I can go with all my cash in to make more money because like I said, it's 99% accurate. So I'm gonna write it 99% accurate. The problem about it, obviously you don't want to trade only on Monday. So the strategy, actually you're gonna use it Monday when the market open. So I think it's a cool thing. So what I want you guys to understand is this thing that I'm talking about, it doesn't actually happen every Monday. Actually, what I'm trying to beg you guys, I want you guys to actually like have alternative strategies to use in order for you to kill them. These things, all of them are pure price action, right? But you need to have like at a certain point, what is it that I can use to approach the market? You don't just go in and look for 90% rule. What if you don't see it? There's a gap. Oh, now you see a gap. Oh, the gap have to be covered. What is it that will make the gap to be covered? You understand? We don't just, people, they get a gap. They just start guessing the gap up. Understand? They're just guessing it. And you don't need to guess the gap. So first thing first, I'll say, we're going to have a down gap. You don't guess it in a way of, let's say we have an upper gap. You'll be like, yeah, obviously we need to cover the below gap. I need to keep on entering sell. Now there's a point whereby the market will reverse. So at the end of the day, we have a down gap. So what is a gap? A gap is actually like when the market, it's like when the market have actually closed. Remember when the market have closed, I'm giving you guys a simple definition. When the market have closed, let's say it's Friday, the market closed. But at the end of the day, you know, companies, they didn't close, they are working. They are working Monday, they are working Saturday and Sunday. And then when the market opens, the chart, they didn't read the whole process. But at the end of the day, it will do what? It will leave a gap behind to show that obviously the companies were working. Did they work in a good way or did they work in a bad way? You understand? So, okay, let me remove someone here. Guys, when I teach, don't disturb me because I'm going to remove you. So yeah, like I said, so it's a down cap. So these things, guys, they happen like that in a way of, you find that companies were operating while the market have closed. In most cases, you see that we get an update that, okay, the market will close around 7. And then once the market closes, tomorrow when it opens, it has a gap. So it always accurate for you to say, I can analyze the market before the gap. Like Friday, you enter, when the market close, you're inside. When the market approach with the gap, the spread is high. You become in a profit that you never seen. It's also allowed, you understand? You can do that, but for me, that one, it's gambling because I'm not sure about the direction. Once I'm sure, it's no longer gambling. You know, once you start using knowledge, it's no longer gambling. But if you only using guessing work, it's gambling. You know, the market is not gambling until you treat it like gambling. So once you start gambling, that's when it becomes gambling. Once you treat it like a business, it becomes business. Understand? If you know, there's a lot of things. The market, it's actually like our life, the way we live. If you live off gambling, that most of the people think if because they win in gamblings and all of this, they will kill the market. This one, it's a different story. You understand? There is no sorry. Once you start losing here, the market won't come to you and say, sorry, take 200. You understand? You already lost. Your mentors won't even say anything. You understand? The only thing they'll say, let's try again. You understand? So always you need to do what? Keep your position in the straight of knowledge. Forget about the rest. You understand? Because if you always focusing on the other thing, the quick strategies, the 1 minute strategies, you're not gonna actually like succeed in a way. You understand? We've been there, we passed there. So that is what I'm saying. I'm gonna teach you guys a lot of strategies. You are going to pick which ones, which strategies do you like. You understand? And then in the process of picking, obviously you need to know all of these strategies. It's like at school you have 7 subjects. At the end of the day, you are forced to pass. I don't remember if it's 5 or 6, whatever, but you are forced to pass that. You understand? Even in the strategies, you are forced to know 6 of them rather than 7. But if you are intelligent, you can know all of them. You understand? In the way of when you approach the market, don't see me throwing a signal and then you ask me for analysis. I'll be like, this one didn't. I was saying, guys, it didn't need an analyst. So you find that I don't throw analysis. It's because of one thing, guys. Some other thing they just need experience. So guys, I want to switch this Wi-Fi because it will keep on disturbing us to another Wi-Fi. So I can quickly go straight to what is it that I want to talk about. So let me quickly hide data to the other Wi-Fi. Yeah, guys, I'm still fixing this network issue side so that we shouldn't be disturbed. So yeah, like I said, this one it's a gap strategy. So it's like you need to have like I don't have a channel because these things I do know them in my head. You understand? For you to keep everything in record, just keep it on your channel. Know that okay, there's a gap strategy which I'm gonna actually like stay awake until 12 o'clock Monday, and then I'm gonna be doing this and this. Understand? Then once you kill the market there, you come up with another alternative message. You respond with it. You understand? There's support and resistance, there's patterns, there's fundamental strategy which you're gonna be taught, there's 90% rule. There's a lot of strategies which you need to use. Understand? You don't pick one. Understand? Once you start picking one, you're not gonna be trading always. So you want to trade always. So let's say gap strategy, like we said, smart trade gap strategy. Smart trade gap strategy. Let me quickly fix this thing. Yeah, so now we back, guys. We're back. So, guys, what I want you guys to understand when it comes to the gap strategy, man. Remember, you only use this strategy on Monday. You saw on the video, obviously, you're gonna be seeing the previous one that you have actually like posted. So obviously, you're gonna be doing what focusing most on it. That's when you enter, make sure that you switch off your mic. Everything is cool on your mic side because it will disturb me. So let's go on the down, down gap. So on the PDF, this one are actually common gaps. Understand? These are gaps which are only used, not the other gaps. Those ones I want you guys to have the knowledge of gaps. You can't have the one that we actually use. You need to know those you don't use and the one you use. So that once those you don't use, they appear, you don't use them. Understand? Okay, it's down gap. So at the end of the day, when you check when it comes to down gap, you always see gaps in the market and then you don't understand how to approach it. But at the end of the day, your mentors, they only say those gaps need to be covered. Yes, it's a real rule that we all learned, but how? You know, the only thing that I was doing in the market is to come up with the solution that how can I actually fill this gap. Remember when I discovered this strategies, well, this strategy was 2019 when I remember. And truly speaking, I was broke. This was the only strategy that actually made me understand. It's one of it because there's golden fundamental strategy. So those two strategies were there. So in the market, I teach what is happening and what is working at the moment. This one, it happened twice, the week before last week and last week. So it means tomorrow when the market opens, it might happen. If it happens, use the strategy. Approach it that way, you're not gonna lose. And if it happens for the third time, for the fourth time, it means it's your success. If you don't be successful on this one, it's gonna be a problem because the market improve and change. You understand? They can come back to the old strategies, but they will always do a change. If I were to approach this strategy back then and today, back then I used to make more money. These days it plays 3 minutes, then it comes back. The next thing I'll be like, why didn't you continue? You understand? But nonetheless, let's go back to downtrend. So the first thing first that you do when you see a downtrend, what is it? Let's say it's a downtrend, it's a down gap, obviously. So you check.
You can hear Ninja.
Yeah, the man's not talking. Nobody can hear.
You check your nearest support. So if obviously it's a what is this? It's a down gap. You check your nearest support. So obviously it will be difficult for you to check your nearest support because you will be seeing a lot of support, understand? So, but at the end of the day, there is no another way. You need to do it, allocate your nearest support. That's one thing that you have to do. You need to check your nearest support. So after checking your nearest support, what is it that you're gonna do? Listen and listen here carefully. Understand? Here you don't miss it because if you miss it, you're gonna lose. You check your nearest support. Obviously, you do what? You applied your support. It's obviously you had your support. Let me give you a simple example. Let's say this was your candlestick. At the end of the day, we were here, but the market chose to do what? To gap at this point. Remember, it left the gap here. But where was your nearest support? Here. You wait for the market to touch the nearest support. This is where you're gonna do what? This is where you're gonna approach it, and then you do what? You execute your buy. In most cases, they'll say follow it. Yes, if it's here, you can follow it. Once it gaps, you can follow it. But remember the nearest support. Don't be calling yourself a swing trader on the gap. Once you see it went down, you understand? It has to do what? To cover the gap. Once it touches here, trust me, if you execute here, you can hold until 7 o'clock. It's allowed. Because at the end of the day, these are two rules on top of one rule. You understand? It's two rules on top of one rule. At the end of the day, it gapped down, touched the support you bought, it moved to the top. You can put your TP on the neckline or wherever you want to do. But what I want you to understand, you only allocate your nearest support. So the next rule, once it touches the support, you execute your buy. So this was back then when we used to actually like trading only buys. Understand? I used to only buy Nasdaq. If those who knows me, I only bought Nasdaq, but these days I can kill it both sides. Understand? So here you buy Nasdaq. Okay, let me say once it touches the support, you buy Nasdaq. You buy Nasdaq. Let's buy Nasdaq for now, because I feel like USD will be more difficult for you all. But yeah, you can buy them both actually. But check Nasdaq once it touches buy USD. Buy Nasdaq and USD. The aim is to survive, not to blow your account. The account need to breathe. USD, I know some of you might enter a lot of interest and then you find your account is not breathing. You understand? Once it touches the support, you buy Nasdaq and USD. And then at the end of the day, the final rule will say what? The market has to cover the gap. You understand? So I didn't say the gap, there's a gap. The market has to cover the gap. You follow when the market goes down, you cover. You understand? Now I'm saying it as a theory that what is it that you're gonna be looking at once you see a gap? Support. Once you see a support, you allocate. When you touch it, that's when you're gonna be covering your gap. Remember, gaps create new supports. At the end of the day, you're gonna be seeing market playing around at this certain point. You don't know why. There's a new support here, but once it breaks, we move. You understand? So once it touches the support, you buy Nasdaq and USD. At the end of the day, the market has to cover the gap. So it's simple. This strategy is one of the simplest strategy ever. What you do, you wait for the market to open. When it opens, obviously 5 minutes of breathing, and then at the end of the day, the market now start moving, and then you start doing what? Placing your trade. You don't just place a trade. You understand? You wait for the gap. Once the gap comes out and then it's a gap up, you check the theory that you know. What is it? Okay, now I have a gap up. What is it that I have to do? You kill it. You understand? At the end of the day, if this gap is here, and then if you can check your support is far away, take those cells, kill it. You understand? Kill it, take those cells. You're gonna arrive there at the bottom. You understand? There is no way it wouldn't arrive at the bottom. This is what the market always do. You understand? So guys, this is verse to the upper gap, but at the end of the day, check the theory of the upper gap. It's different. It's different. Don't let these things complicate you, you understand? Because at the end of the day, here at first, I won't say wait for resistance. Nah, you're gonna, once it gives up, you buy. And you're gonna see it moves. It moves quicker than those times you trade. The gaps move quicker. They can blow your account now. It means you can make more money now. Understand? So at the end of the day, first rule. Okay, here when it comes to a gap up, wait for what? For confirmation of a gap. Obviously, it will be which one? A gap up. So when you're waiting for the confirmation of the gap, understand? When you're waiting for the confirmation of the gap, it's actually which gap are you gonna be seeing at the moment? Obviously, here you're gonna be seeing a gap up. Once the market gaps up, you buy immediately. Obviously, you're gonna be using risk management and everything, you understand? Because you can't just jump in with all your eggs, whereas you haven't seen the market which direction it's taking, you understand? But once it gaps up, trust me, it won't cover the gap immediately. That's one thing I know. Immediately it's a sit. It can't cover the gap immediately. Even brokers there, they can't even control that one. They don't know what's going on. Remember, in my case, we need to do what? We confuse the brokers and the market makers. We enter where they think we didn't see where they actually go. You enter your buy immediately and then exit where? You exit at your nearest support. I mean resistance. So it's simple. Once it gaps up, you buy immediately. You push with it. Obviously, you're gonna be seeing proper profits immediately, and then you escape, and then you wait for nearest resistance. Once it touches the resistance, you enter. They don't know if you know that they have to cover the gap after they touch the resistance. You're there. Once you see a confirmation of selling, you enter, you hold until you cover the resistance, and then it will sell more because it has to cover and pass. Understand? You are inside, sitting inside, you understand? Vibing inside, and then at the end of the day, once you cover it, you made more money. You can escape even if it haven't covered, but at the end of the day, what I want you to understand is you to enter entries. Most of the people say when I gave a signal, they just enter profit now. They don't know the risk that they're taking, and I'm the only one who knows, and I have to make sure. You understand? That is why sometimes when the market take the opposite one, we die now. So this is what people, they don't understand. They be like, my signals, you see profit now. It's because of the sessions that I'm trading. I know that you're gonna be seeing profit now. You understand? Now, like once you enter, you see profit, and then you be like, how the hell did he know I'm gonna? No, it's the session that I'm trading. I'm gonna teach you guys about the sessions and everything. Understand? I feel like the quicker the session, the quicker we get to understand the market, because the slower the session, the slower we get to understand the market. We've been in currencies, I was slow to understand, but now I understand everything. So you exit at the nearest resistance, then you sell. You sell Nasdaq. Obviously, it's Nasdaq and USDT. You sell Nasdaq or USDT, and then you're gonna hold until it covers the gap. The gap. So this is simple. So now we're gonna go to the chart. We're gonna go to those session on Monday. So it means I have to do what? I have to go to the calendar and then identify when was Monday, when was this, when was this. Obviously, I forgot those ones. I did, guys. Like technically, I did. So let me do this. Let me quickly go to my trading view. So apparently today we're not gonna be analyzing the chart, but at the end of the day, ask me where will the chart go? It will be buying. Let me go to H4 before everything. We're buying there, guys. Worry less. We're buying. There's no way the gap will be the upper gap. Then once you get an upper gap, we are inside buffer. So nonetheless, let me go back to the calendar and check these 3 days that I'm talking about, which the strategy happened. Means I'm gonna go on the 14 and 21 and the 7th. And the 7th. So I'm gonna do a Nasdaq, USDT, between the two. All of them will work. But let me talk about Nasdaq. So in most cases, don't like to make the market to reverse. Understand? At the end of the day, you see we're on a bullish movement. You just want to see the market reversing. How? Follow the market. You understand? So at the end of the day, remember which day are we going? We're going to, I need to be on M30. Okay. And then let's check the dates again. Let's check the dates. It's the 21st. 21st this year. Oh, this is my 21st. I don't know if is it. Yeah. Okay, guys, if I don't see a gap here, it means I have to do what? Go furthermore to other time frame. Because we actually need the gap so that you can see what is it that we're talking about. So apparently here you can see on the 21st, it didn't have no gap. So let's go to your stage. We check the gap. So guys, the reason I'm looking for these things together with you is so that you guys shouldn't be confused once you're alone. Remember, if you find me having these things, it means already I know where is which one, where is which one. We need to check them together until we get them. Okay, this is USDT. Let me check. 20, okay, 21st. Okay, so on this ones, we don't have gaps, right? But nonetheless, I know this ones doesn't allocate gaps. So let's look at this one. Mass is US 100, yeah. It's not 100 though. Let's go here. But I still recommend those ones I showed you for proper analysis, guys, for proper analysis. Okay, let's go here on US 100. Then let's check what is it that we have. Okay. So we had a down gap. The market did what? The market dropped. Oh, seems like obviously I didn't share the signal, but there was a mistake which I did, but I can see it now and then it already been fixed in my mind. But at the end of the day, you guys don't know which mistake that happened to me, but it's fine. You know, Nasdaq behaves. That's what I like about Nasdaq. So you see, at this certain point where it reversed, it's a support, right? But I don't want to be saying, yeah, here it's a support. Obviously, you will notice, but I want to go back to the past and allocate my support. You know, this one will be my support here. Yeah. So it's obviously we got our support there at the back. So if you check, we had a down gap. So I'll say this one is a down gap. We had a down gap. So once the down gap occurred, it did touch what? Did touch the support. So after touching the support, it covered the gap. That was simple. So finding a strategy, guys, it's all about you applying pure price action. Understand? Most of the people, you buy things which are already there. You see, the market did what? Gap down, touched the support, and then it covered the gap. So let's go to the other USDT. Remember those ones, they don't have it, but I do know which ones have the, you know, I've been in this market. You know, I've been in this market. Let's go for this one. So you saw it touched the support, then it did what? Covered the gap. Okay. It has to be the 21st. Yes, 21st here, as we can see. It's 21st. This is USDT. Check how USDT moved. And it was busy killing my account for this movement per se. Check. The reason I'm saying trade Nasdaq is one thing. If I can go back to Nasdaq and you check. Immediately after giving us a gap, it did what? It fallen immediately. But when it comes to USDT, it gave us a simple buy, which we didn't even understand. At the end of the day, it blew our account. We had to come back again, trade it again. And then that's when we got the sell. So where's that gap? Oh, 21st, yeah. I shouldn't forget that. Nasdaq, it's US 100. Okay, US 100 seems like it's no longer there. Let me edit. Yeah, there's US 100 for you. Yeah. So if you can check on NASDAQ, right? The reason I'm saying you should trade NASDAQ, check. It gave us a down gap. If we're to enter those cells, we're gonna kill it immediately. Understand? Once it touches the support, we know it will do what? It will cover the gap. So those are simple things. Understand? You need to understand which one is the safest and which one is the hardest. So for me, I feel like NASDAQ is the easiest because if you were to follow the gap, remember I told you, you can follow it. Gap down, you enter cells, it will come here to the nearest support. After, it will cover the gap, covered. Let's go to yesterday, check what it did. This was actually the first candlestick that it gave. It was a down gap. But check where it went, up. But it wasn't covering the gap because that one was impossible for it. But at the end of the day, it fallen. So what is it that we have to do? We go to the past and check why did it fall to that point. So we have to find a support. You see? Guys, this thing is simple. So if I were to ask you a question, why am I using the previous support? It's because we know that the previous support we had it, but this current one we didn't. Once it touches the previous support, it did what? It covered the gap. Check this whole movement. Remember, the gap creates a new support. At the end of the day, once it breaks here, it comes retest, push to the top. This thing, it's not hard. You need to give it time. Once you start giving it time, you'll understand everything. It was get down, touch the nearest support. If you were to listen to my theory that, okay, when it gaps down, don't follow it, wait for it to touch the support, touches the support, obviously you're gonna be in profit. Once it covers the gap, creates a new support, obviously it will break, retest here. It's a neckline. At the end of the day, push to the top. You killed it. It's simple. So now let's go to another day. Here we're looking out for rules, understand? Here we're looking out for rules. You know, I'm not gonna teach you guys things that don't happen. And it's gonna be a problem. The 14, now we need to go to the 14. Let's start with US 100. Let's start with US 100. So you see, I don't have a journal in my, I don't have those things. I keep every record in my head. You understand? I have to understand this thing in my head because what is the point? Understand? What is the point? So I think the 14 were here. Yeah, here. So if you can check, the market did what? The market kept down. It's fine. We know the rule. Once you kept down, you need to touch our nearest support. Our nearest support. At the end of the day, it did cover the gap. But check the resistance that it arrived to it at the top, this one. But what we like is what? It covered the gap. At the end of the day, you touch the nearest support, we enter, you cover the gap. We ate. Understand? There's nothing beautiful than that. You understand? Those ones are your strategy. Go to your state, check what is it that happened. On the what? On the 14. At the same time here, we had a gap. I don't like this gap that becomes during the week, but it's the same rule, but these ones don't trade them. They might kill you. So we're looking for the 14th. Same applies to here. We had a down gap. There is the down gap here. Check what is it that it touched. Nearest support. To do what? To cover the gap. At the end of the day, we had a resistance at the top. Obviously, what is it that the resistance does? It turns the market. Yes, it's allowed, the market turn. But at the end of the day, you entered here, you covered the gap. So now we're gonna go to what is this? So guys, this strategy only use it on Monday only. Don't use it other days. On the 7th. On the 7th, we're going to the 7th. Now we studying it from NAS 100. like we did before. Seven have to be somewhere here. Yeah, there's it. Okay. Check where we were at, ne? Like I told you about a buy. I remember when I said a buy, it's different. It's different than the sell one. When a buy occurs, once it jumps up, you do what? You enter your buys. Check where it moved. This didn't even like reverse on the nearest one. It reversed on the other one, the strongest one. So it's a buy. It's obviously here we can't say it's a resistance checking on the previous part, but here we can say it's a resistance of the same movement as this one. If you can check this one and this one is the same movement zone, obviously you know zones where the market has to reverse, it's a zone position. So check, it kept up, right? Once it kept up, it did what? It pushed to the top. So those are simple things which you need to kill. You understand? Even if you had to kill this candlestick only, you killed, you won. Understand? But at the end of the day, what is it that the new gap creates? Support. Can be resistant, can be support. Check how many times it kept on reversing at this position. Understand? Once it comes back, you enter. At least it haven't touched the resistance to cover it. You keep on entering. At the end of the day, if you entered here, it went down, came back again, but it went down, and then it did what? It covered the gap as the gap was here. It covered it, and then it reversed. It's allowed. Understand? It's allowed. It's a simple theory. Now we're gonna go to your stage. You're gonna kill this thing, guys. Like it or not, you're gonna kill it, non-stop. You're gonna be always killing the gaps. You're gonna be taking the strategy as your own. I don't have a problem with that. You can call it your own strategy. Me and you, we know the truth. Even if you become a legend, at the end of the day, me and you, we know the truth. Same applies to this side. The market did what? The market kept up, came back here, played around, did what? Pushed to the top. You're inside, chilling. Check, you killed the market, you save. Once it touches this point, came back, created another gap. This ones are during the week. We're not gonna tolerate those ones. At the end of the day, once it touched the resistance, it did what? It created another gap. Okay, this one on the PDF is there. Remember the market when it creates the other gap, it actually means the other gap it still works, but we need to respect the present one. Understand? So it might be a breakout gap. We have a breakout gap. So as much as you see the market touch the resistance, but because of creating the gap, we can't cover this gap right now. Understand? At the end of the day, anywhere here, obviously, once you start seeing your gap here, you exit and then check. The market will cover the gap in another days, but it might not be that day. Understand? It will cover the gap in the days. Understand? If you can check it, did what? It did cover the gap here. Once it creates another gap here. So these are the simple things, guys, which you need to be aware of. Understand? So when it comes to gap, guys, it's not a difficult thing. You see, I didn't create trends here. I didn't create some. I didn't create a lot of things. There was no indicator. It's only a theory that happened in the past. Whatever happened in the past shall happen in the future, bigger and better. You understand? Without any hesitation, it has to. So guys, unfortunately, our lesson ends here. So this video, I'm gonna send it. I don't have the PDF Ninja. We're gonna show you the PDF. But like I said, learn this theory first before you confuse yourself with the PDF, because the PDF has all the gap. Please save the, yes, I will. Can you hear Ninja? Yeah, they do. No, network is bad. It's raining. Let's not, please check your audio, bro. The audio is fine, gents. The audio is fine. The audio is fine. You just have to increase your volume at your side. So guys, nonetheless, do we wait for reversal candlestick or we enter on the touch? With me, you enter on the touch because they don't know if you enter. Once you enter on the reversal candlestick, they're gonna blow your account. They know you entered there. Understand? What time does the market opens on Monday for Nasdaq? It opens at 1 and then it start allowing us to take trades at 5 past 1 South African time. Okay, let's see the other one. Which time frame do we focus on for the gap strategy? I can say 15 minutes and 30 minutes. You know, I want those bigger ones, but you're not gonna enter once the candlestick closes. You enter the touches, the new candlestick, you enter, then you kill. Understand? So guys, this is how it is. Understand? This is how it is. This is the session. Let's check. You are the best ninja. Sorry, I had to say that now. Shout out. Is 200 enough? Trade the gaps with Nasdaq. You know, every amount it's enough if you're willing to lose. Trust me, because we can't say it's not. What if you enter and then you kill it? Ninja no longer send analysis when you send weekly signals. Like I told you guys, some other things like gap strategies. If I say buy, ask yourself why I said a buy. It's because of the gap. I can't send the analysis of a gap. Understand? It's because of a gap. So there are things that I see that actually allow me to send signals. Understand? So guys, nonetheless, we're done for the day. We're gonna meet again next week. And then we're gonna be working again. Guys, now when I teach you guys, I'm gonna teach you things you never thought of, you never knew about. This one, all of it's new. If you've been knowing about this one, you were taught by me or my student. There's no another way you can know the strategy. There is no another way. This one, it's me here. And I'm sure, and I'm pretty sure. Understand? Obviously, once I start teaching, I know that there's a spider web. Everyone will be knowing my strategy from today. So it's fine. At the end of the day, the application, without me, it might be a problem. I'm my own robot. You understand? You need to be my student in order for you to understand this thing frequently. Ninja, it's impossible to send us your analysis. Are you gonna send a signal on the market open? Yeah, I will. I will send it. I'll make sure that the signal is there, depending on how the market will be moving. Remember, my signals are safe, so it's the safe signal for me. So guys, nonetheless, my session ends here.